So here we go, people, this is it, Airsoft on a budget, and I'm quite excited about this one today, not just because of the price, but because of what it boasts to be and what it can do, and it pretty much does and looks and feels just like the more expensive versions. Well, we'll find that out in a moment, but this is the Army Armament R30-3. So it's important that I point that out to you. This is the 3 version, because you can get an Army Armament R30 which looks nothing like this. Total different design. Yes, still based on the 1911, but yeah. Alexa, what's my name?
Airsoft Mike.
Hell yeah! In my vast collection of airsoft weapons, I've only ever had or purchased 2 Army Armament airsoft weapons ever. The first one being this beauty right here. And this little bad boy right here. Nice little concealable airsoft weapon for you during gameplay. Full metal as well. Nice. However, my experience with Army Armament has not always been good. I had problems with this bad boy. It literally gave me issues when using the fire selector switch during gameplay, so I had to abandon it. So why on earth would I go back to Army Armament again? Well, I always believe in giving manufacturers a second chance. So let's get it open. Okay, so we've got... Right, so for all my Polish viewers out there, and I know I've got a few, this is for you. I haven't got a clue what this says. This is all in Polish. So maybe one of you could comment down in the comment section to say, what's this all about? Is it like basic do's and don'ts for this? Is it basic instructions? Is it just general airsoft instructions? But anyway, there's that. Now, do not mistake this for a free bag of BBs. This is just poison. So, we get to the goodies. So, as I can see there, you get a nice, very slim, full metal mag. Reminds me of most of the other 1911 mags. I love that slimness. And I'm loving the actual base of the mag. I like how that's been designed. Very nice. So let's get to the pistol itself. And for those of you who knows your pistols, whether it's real steel or airsoft, straight away you can see what this has taken its inspiration from. Now, yeah, you could say, yeah, look at that, hi-capa. But then again, look at it, 1911. But boy, do I love the design. Now, if you're wondering what makes this airsoft on a budget, something that looks so cool, got these beautiful cutouts there. Well, one, it's from a brand that is known for your cheaper end of the airsoft market. Allegedly, this is a full gas blowback, full metal, green gas operated airsoft pistol. Now, the other well-known brand, which some people see as a cheaper brand, WeTech, their pistols generally, especially in the UK and around Europe, will run you about £100 plus. Yeah, you might get a few that are a little bit cheaper. I've seen 1 or 2 WeTech pistols for 150 odd quid. Quid, for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, is another way us Brits say pound. Okay, so if you ever hear me slip into quids, I mean pounds. Because I did see a comment ages ago asking, what on earth is a quid? But anyway, how much do you reckon this is? I don't normally give prices, but this is airsoft on a budget, so I might as well. You can pick one of these bad boys up for about £60, okay? This is a full-on gas blowback pistol. In Europe, probably around 60 euros. Check the video description for more info. In the States, again, if you look around hard enough, you probably find this for around $60, $70 or even cheaper. Right, so let's take a good look at this. Let's put the mag in, just complete the picture. Very nice. I'm loving how the whole mag well and that mag sits together. It makes a change from the norm. That's what I love about it. So, as with most 1911s, and yes, I would say that would be the base or foundation for the design of this, you do have your grip safety right there, and that's functional. And as you can see, it's actually linked in with your thumb safety, because as I'm pressing it, can you see the thumb safety is moving? Okay. What else have we got here then? So you've got your beaver tail right there. In the real steel world, and I suppose it could happen in the airsoft world, there are some pistols that would give you a hammer bite or something like that, where the actual hammer, as it's going back down, it could pinch your skin there. But when you've got a nice big beaver tail, that prevents it from happening because the hammer sits in your beaver tail. Now, and of course, your thumb safety is ambidextrous. You've got a nice skeletonized low profile trigger, although not as low profile as the last 1911 I featured on this channel. And of course, you've got your slide lock and release right there. We'll test that out during the shooting test. And I'm absolutely loving the sights. Give you a quick sight picture right there. Apologies if you can hear any fireworks going off in the background, because today is the first day of the year in the UK. I say in the UK because, believe it or not, some countries celebrated New Year's Day hours ago, possibly going into the second day already. I think maybe Australia, it's already the second by the time this video gets uploaded. But anyway, beautiful so far. Absolutely loving everything about this. One of the big selling points for me for this particular airsoft pistol, as most of you know, I'm as much a collector as I am an actual airsofter. I do actually do gameplay. I go at least once a month. It's just that I don't film them and I don't upload them. And I know I should, and I probably will make that change this year. Okay, New Year's resolution. Right, got that out of the way. One of the big selling points for me for this pistol is the cutouts right here on the slide. How cool does that look? It almost looks like something that RoboCop would carry as one of his sidearms. I absolutely love it. As much as this is airsoft on a budget, I will go as far as saying this looks just as good as some of my more expensive pistols, and it's got the same sort of weight. It doesn't feel cheap, it doesn't feel light, it's full metal. The only plastic parts, like all the other more expensive ones, are your grips. As we're talking about the grips, take a look at that. It's got your diamond cut design on there. And as you can see there on the front of the grip, you've got that nice textured design again that gives you a nice, comfortable, secure, gripped feeling when you're deploying this sidearm. Same again on the back of your grip beneath your grip safety. And just on the trigger itself, you can just see there's some sort of serration right there that gives you a nice hold and grip on the trigger. And of course, on the mag release as well, you have that serration right there, so you can get a nice positive engagement when releasing the mag. And of course, you've got the same serrations on your thumb safety and on the top of the slide. And with these huge serrations here, I wouldn't even call it a serration, but with the design of the back of the slide here, and even along the front, racking this bad boy is gonna be sweet. I am so impressed with this, even before I've even taken my first shot. I mean, just the design, how it looks, and the features, it's packed full of them. Even the sights, which are also metal, are adjustable for windage and elevation. Do you know what? So far, this is rapidly becoming one of my favorite airsoft pistols to look at. And the price as well. Your average WeTech costs twice this. And don't even get me started on Tokyo Marui, 3 or 4 times the price of one of these bad boys. However, it's not all good. So we've gone over the fact that it looks awesome. It has all the basic features you would expect of this type of airsoft pistol. But guess what it is lacking? It's not a threaded barrel. So that's the only thing so far I would say is a big negative about this Army Armament R30-3. Now I know some of you may be thinking, come on, there's got to be a catch somewhere. Maybe some of these so-called features that I've shown you are just for show, they're not actually functional. What about the grip safety? Is that just for show? Well, let's see. Let me rack it. Let me now release the grip and pull the trigger, and let's see what happens. Nothing. I will now hold the grip firmly, engaging with that grip safety. I will now pull the trigger and she fires. And judging by the little cutout just there, I would suggest the thumb safety is also functional. Now, if you try to engage that thumb safety as the pistol is right there, you're gonna have some issues. Look, it's like it doesn't really wanna go up. No matter what you do, it's like it really doesn't wanna go up. Well, the way to do your thumb safety, if you pull the hammer back and then engage the thumb safety, it goes up. See? Nice and secure. I go to pull the trigger, nothing happens. I even put my hand on the grip safety, nothing happens because your thumb safety is engaged. Nice. Right, so far, I think this is worth every penny. I've already shown you one or two things I don't like about it, but all the positives far outweigh them all. Shall I show you another negative? Okay. As beautiful as it looks, I'm absolutely loving that sort of chrome effect on the metal barrel in there that you can see through the cutouts, which, by the way, having cutouts on the slide makes for faster shooting, because the slide cycles a little bit quicker because it has less weight to carry, and technically it should use less gas. They've gone all out making sure the side of the pistol looks good, looks perfect, no imperfections. Also with the top, it's even got the nice 0.45 ACP right there on the barrel. And of course the other side, just as clean, just as nice, just as neat. However, look at the lower frame. Look at the imperfection right there of the paintwork. Can you see it? And even some of the sites that sell this pistol do say you will see some imperfections on the paintwork. Yes, it is hop-up adjustable. You have to take the slide off to adjust the hop-up, but you don't need any tools to do so. Okay, so let me just show you the inside of this bad boy. The takedown procedure is just the same as most airsoft pistols. Let's have a look inside. Now, looking at that, I would say that looks pretty decent. I was expecting it to look really shabby, really loose, nothing solid down there, but that doesn't look too shabby at all. And if you look right there, that is where you adjust your hop up. Right, so back to this sweet, slim looking mag. We're gonna get some BBs in there. Let's get some gas in there. I'm gonna use green gas. Takes around 23 rounds, and then we're gonna take it to the range. Let me just show you, there are two ways to fill this mag with BBs. You can pull the follower down to here and then drop your BBs in one by one until it's full, or you can grab a speed loader and fill it that way. So we're gonna keep this nice and simple. So yeah, okay, I'll tell you what, this time around what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put 2 shots in each of these targets. And again, if you're new to my channel, just to give you an idea of how small each of these little targets are, here's my finger. Can you see that? That's how small that is. Now look on the screen and see how far back I'm gonna go. Okay, bring it in. So there we go. There's my success rate on target number 1. Excellent results. Both BBs hitting the same exact spot. Very impressed. Then we go on to target number 2, and it starts to go wrong. I say that though, again, very small target area. I still managed to get one on target and one just outside, so that's not too shabby. And then this is where things started to go wrong for me, to the point where I decided, let me take a third shot, because it couldn't have been that bad a shot. But yeah, look where that first shot landed, way off target. So I decided to reset, try again, and then I managed to get it closer, and then that one again off target. So that was target number 3 for me, a complete fail. And then we start to get things back together again. Target number 4, on target just there, and one just on the inside of that outer ring. So yeah, I'm happy with that one. And then we move on to target number 5. 5, on target just there, but the other shot just outside. And then finally, target number 6, we've got one just on the inside on target, and one just on the outside. Alright, before I give you my final opinion on this bad boy, let's give it a chrono test. Now remember, airsoft on a budget, and most really cheap airsoft pistols, they're normally just springers and they're normally plastic, and if they're not plastic, they're metal, and they can only shoot once, and then you have to rack the slide again, and the FPS is normally around 100, 200 if you're lucky. Let's see what this bad boy does. Not bad at all. I would say that FPS was hovering around the 285 to 290. And that's pretty good for this Army Armament R30-3. Okay, as always, another true test of a half decent gas blowback is if the slide locks back after the final round has been shot. So I think I've got 1 or 2 shots left in this. Let's see if the slide locks back. Nice. Oh, and can I just say, would you look at that outer barrel? How sweet does that look? You see how it ends just there and then it gets bigger for this section. Almost looks like an amplifier. And talking about sound, it's quite a nice snappy sound with each shot. So that's another thing I love about it. But this barrel is just gorgeous. Look at it. That nice chrome effect. That nice little pitted holes right there, the way it gets bigger here and how it looks down in this cutout section. Oh gosh, this thing is nice. However, it's not all good. Here are my negative points about this bad boy, and then I'll finish with the positives. So my negatives, as I've mentioned before, the barrel is not threaded. The paintwork can be a little bit shoddy at certain places of the pistol. And the trigger. During the shooting test, I did notice that 1 or 2 shots had a slight delay from when I pulled the trigger to when a BB left the barrel. And now I'm talking about an ever so slight delay. I'm not talking about pulling the trigger and a whole second passes and then the BB comes out. But you will feel the difference in this sometimes. If you have higher end pistols, you'll notice that the trigger response on this Army Armament R30-3 is not as quick as I'd like it to be. But again, for the price, and this is where I'm going to go now to the positives of this, it's a full metal gas blowback airsoft pistol that uses green gas. And you can pick one of these bad boys up for as little as $60 or maybe even £60 if you're in the UK, or in Europe around 60 odd euros. You know, for a full-size pistol that looks this good, and to me, this looks really nice. I would be happy to keep this as a sort of a backup sidearm. Not my main sidearm, but a backup one. It looks nice. It looks different to what's out there at the moment. I like it. It's the Army Armament R30-3. Do you know, when I first got this thing, it didn't know what airsoft was. It was so annoying. It could tell you what paintball was, but it hadn't got a clue what airsoft was. But guess what? She learns. Alexa, define airsoft.
Airsoft is defined as a modern combat sport in which participants eliminate their opponents by hitting them with spherical non-metallic pellets launched from a compressed air gun.
Hell yeah! Alexa, define paintball.
The word paintball means...
Yeah, whatever, shut up.
How rude.